Good morning, here's your Chambana Weather Morning Minute for Wednesday, June 3rd. We've got a chance for severe storms late this afternoon, but first we'll see a mostly sunny, hot, and humid start to the day, a high of 90 degrees. Those storms popping up mid-afternoon into the evening hours, a chance of those storms continuing into the overnight. Precipitation should wrap up by midnight, carrying us into a partly sunny, dry Thursday tomorrow. So we look at the satellite picture early this morning. Champaign-Urbana is going to be right there. You're watching along the frontal boundary, showers and storms erupting even into the overnight, into the early morning hours. So if we flip it over and look at the radar picture, we do have scattered storms kind of along that frontal boundary, just to the north across portions of Iowa and northern Illinois. And these storms will probably continue through this area, kind of weakening as we head into the mid-afternoon. But that frontal boundary is going to continue to propagate off to the south. And that's going to be the focal point for additional showers and storms developing across central Illinois as we head into, again, the mid-afternoon and evening hours. Probably first developing off to our north here from maybe a Quincy to Peoria to Kankakee line. Again, mid-afternoon before these storms slowly start then sinking off to the south, making their way across central Illinois during the evening hours. I think the most likely time for any severe storms in the immediate Champaign-Urbana, Champaign County area going to be between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m., broadly speaking. I think if we want to try and get specific, if you want to hold me to it here early this morning, I'm thinking right around 5, 6, or 7 p.m. is when we'll see those storms moving through the area. Again, the reason for that, as we head into the mid-afternoon hours, central Illinois going to be warming up quickly into the 80s and then eventually toward 90 degrees, and it's going to be a hot and humid 90 degrees. And as you look off toward the north, you see slightly cooler air behind this front off to our north. It is that front that is going to serve as the focal point for those thunderstorms to erupt as we head into the afternoon and evening. So by mid-afternoon, we've got a very unstable air mass across the region. Champaign-Urbana right here, we're just looking at a plot of atmospheric instability. This is the fuel those thunderstorms will draw from. And again, there's our frontal boundary off to the north. The problem here, or not the problem, but the reason I'm not talking about tornadoes, when we look at this map, we see that very high instability across the region. Well, if you kind of keep in mind where the instability is here along and south of this line, the strongest wind shear also along and north of that line. So where we have the very unstable air mass, we do have some wind shear. That's where we're talking about at least scattered strong storms across the region, but without the very strong widespread wind shear overlapping with that instability. That's why we're not talking so much about supercell thunderstorms and a tornado potential here. So again, a really volatile environment here as we talk about the energy available for these storms. So I do think we could see some strong storms as we head into the afternoon. I think the most likely hazard is going to be some strong winds with those storms. And here's a look at the forecast radar imagery as it stands this morning. Now, this is not gospel. It's not exactly how it's going to happen, but it helps us get an idea of the overall theme here. And that is, again, a mostly sunny, hot, humid day here across Champaign County until we get to the mid-afternoon. This is right around 3 p.m. now. This particular model has these scattered storms erupting across northern and western Illinois, kind of developing into a broken line of storms east-west from Indiana all the way to Missouri. And again, it's a couple of these storms could become severe at times, producing some gusty winds, but not at this point looking at a widespread severe weather outbreak across central Illinois. Of course, it takes one little storm producing strong winds to come through Champaign-Urbana before that becomes a big deal for us here. So just heads up as we head into the mid-afternoon and evening hours. As we look into the weekend, we do have at least a low chance for a scattered storm Thursday and Friday. That would be the end of the week, not the weekend. But I'm leaving it out of the forecast at this point, too. I think we're going to be a predominantly dry pattern as we head into the end of the weekend, and early next week. This is looking at the thunderstorms erupting this evening here across central Illinois. This is the NAM model, having those come through during the evening hours between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Clearing out as we head into the overnight. We would be dry with maybe some lingering clouds during the early part of the day tomorrow, clearing out during the afternoon. As we head into Friday, we'll watch thunderstorms erupting off to our west once again. They could move into our area as we head into Friday afternoon and evening. I'll have to watch this. That would be maybe the best chance for thunderstorms that I don't have in the forecast right now would be Friday evening. So we'll keep an eye on that. But as we head on beyond that into the weekend, most of the thunderstorm activity is going to be well off to our west across the central and northern plains as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So a look at your 5-day outlook then. We've got those thunderstorms in the forecast late today, but that is just about it. Again, Thursday and Friday, maybe a chance for a scattered storm. I think if it's going to happen, it's going to be late Friday. We'll keep an eye on that. But then as we head into the weekend, plenty of sunshine, warm summer-like temperatures, and dry conditions continuing into early next week. Have a great day. Be paying attention to the sky mid to late afternoon. I'll have any updates as they come available.